Namaste everyone. So, going to read Book 6, Chapter 3 on the Deva defeat and on Vitra's tapasya. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Gurumedeva Sarvakaya Sushoda Om Ekadantai Vidmu Vakratundai Divinodanti Prachodayat Om Gam Ganapate Om Gam Ganapate Om Yadivi Sarvabhuteshu Vidyarabhinna Sanshtana Namaste 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 Namo Om Em Saraswati Namo Em Saraswati Em Saraswati Namo Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om. Vyasa said, O king, having the Svastya Yana ceremony, a performance of rite to secure welfare or avert calamity, performed by the Brahmanas versed in the Vedas. The powerful Vitra mounted on his chariot and started to kill Indra, the king of the gods. The Danavas then were previously defeated by the Devas, now killing Vitrasura to be powerful. Now knowing Vitrasura to be powerful, came up to him to serve his cause. The messengers of Indra, when they saw him ready for battle, hurriedly came to Indra and informed him all about his doings and other matters connected with it. The messenger said, O Lord, Visvakarma, having been very much grieved, his son being slain, got very angry, and by abhichara process and incantation with a design to injure or magic spells or charms used for malevolent purpose, has created a son in order to kill you. That indomitable Vitrasura is now your powerful enemy. Mounting on his chariot, he is coming here to fight with you. Surrounded by other asuras, O highly fortunate one, this enemy of yours is as high as the mountain Meru. He is now coming hurriedly to you, making a terrible noise. Guard yourself carefully. O king, while Indra was hearing the messengers, the Devas came there, panic-stricken and terrified, and said, the Ganas said, O Lord of the Suras, ominous signs are being seen in the houses of the gods. The birds are making sounds very inauspicious and foreboding a great calamity. Crows, vultures, herons, falcons, and other ugly inauspicious beings are crying and making hoarse sounds on the tops of houses. Other birds are making incessantly harsh sounds like chichi kuchi. The carriers of the several devas are weeping and shedding tears away. O highly fortunate one, on the tops of houses are heard very loud and very dreadful sounds of the crying Rakshasis at dead of night. O giver of honor, the flags on the chariots are falling to the ground without any trace of wind. Thus ominous signs are being visible on earth and in the air. O king of the Devas, the ugly-faced women, wearing black clothes and roaming from house to house, and always repeating, leave the house and go away at once. The Deva women, while sleeping in their own temples, are seeing in their dreams the terrible Rakshasis coming to them and cutting away their hairs on their heads, and are frightening them. O Indra of the Devas, the inauspicious signs like these and earthquakes are the falling of the meteors are taking place. The jackals come in the courtyard and houses at night and yell horrible, heart-rending sounds. Lizards are moving always in the rooms, and the several limbs of our bodies are shaking and thus making very inauspicious signs. Vyasa said, O king, hearing their words, Indra became very anxious and called Brihaspati, the Deva Guru, and asked him, Indra spoke, O Brahmana, very inauspicious signs are being visible. Dreadful winds are blowing and stars are falling from the skies. What are all these? O intelligent one, you are very wise and versed in the Sastras and the Guru of the Devas. You are omniscient and know very well how to remedy the evils. Therefore, perform the rites by which enemies can be killed. Do such as our miseries be all averted. Brihaspati said, O thousand-eyed, what shall I do? You have committed shortly a heinous crime. You killed the innocent Muni, and so you have earned a very bad karmic effect. Very violent sins and good deeds produce their effects very quickly. It is therefore highly incumbent on those that desire for their own welfare to take up any work with great discretion. It is never advisable to do any action that leads to the tormenting of others. Never do they find happiness who give pains to others. O Indra, you have committed Brahmahatya under the influence of greed and delusion. Now suddenly has appeared the fruit of that act. O king of the Suras, this Vitra Asura is born invulnerable to all the Devas. That powerful, indomitable Asura chief is now coming, mounted on a chariot to kill you, surrounded by the other Danavas, and taking with him the Visvakarma made divine arms and weapons equal to thunderbolt. He is coming like a second Kala, as it were, to destroy the whole universe. There is none in this Trilokya capable. Kill him, and his death will not also take place. While Brihaspati was thus speaking, a great tumultuous uproar rose at once. The Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Yakshas, Munis, and other immortals began to fly away from their quarters. Indra, seeing the Devas flying away, became very anxious and gave orders at once that all subservient to him must be ready at once for battle. They must go, and called the Vasus, the Rudras, the twin Asvins, the Adityas, Pusas, Bhaga, Vayu, Kuvera, Varuna, Yama, and other Devas to come there at once. The enemy is well night, so let all the Devas come on their Vimanas quickly there. Thus ordering, Indra mounted on the Aryavata elephant and taking the Sura Guru in front started from his own temple. The other Devas, mounted on their respective carriers and firmly resolved to fight, started with all their arms and weapons. On the other hand, Vitrasura, surrounded by the demons, came up to the beautiful mountain, adorned with trees, on the north side of the Manasarova lake. Indra too came there with Brihaspati in front and attended by all the other Devas to that mountain, north of the Manasa lake, and began to fight. A dreadful fight then ensued between Vitra and Indra with clubs, swords, parigas, pasas, arrows, shaktis, purus, and other weapons. The terrible fight lasted for full 100 human years, terrifying to the self-controlled rishis and all the human beings. Varuna first turned his back, then Vayu, then Yama, the sun and moon, and then Indra fled from the battlefield. Seeing Indra and the other Devas flying away, Vitrasura came to the hermitage and there bowed down to his father, who looked very glad, and he said, O father, I have carried out your orders. Indra and all the other Devas are defeated in the battle. As elephants and dare fly away seeing a lion, so the Devas all fled away to their respective abodes. I have taken the Aryavata, the best of elephants, away from Indra, who fled away on foot. O Bhagavan, I have brought the elephant here. Kindly accept it. O father, it is not advisable to kill a man who is terrified, therefore I did not kill them. Now kindly order anything else that I may fulfill your desires. All the devas fled away from the battlefield, very much tired and terrified, and what more to say than this, that Indra too fled, leaving his elephant on the field. Vyasa said, O king, Vishwakarma became very glad to hear his son's words and said, Today I can rightly say that I have got my son and that my life is successful. O son, today you have sanctified me, my cares and worries are abated, my mind is also calm to see your wonderful prowess. O child, now hear attentively what I say. O highly intelligent one, now carefully sit in your steady posture, sthirasan, and practice tapasya. Never trust anybody. Indra is now your enemy, ever ready to fight your faults, and clever in sowing dissensions between you and your well-wishers. O son, tapasya is not an ordinary thing. Lakshmi, prosperity, is obtained thereby. Excellent kingdoms, increase of vigor, and victorious in battles are obtained, and victories in battles are obtained. Therefore, worship Hiranyagarbha and get excellent boons from him. Then kill this vicious Indra, guilty of the sin Brahmahatya. Worship the auspicious Creator calmly and carefully. The four-faced Brahma then will be pleased and grant to you your desired boon. First, please the Creator of indomitable prowess, from whose womb has sprung all this universe, and get then immortality from him. Then kill that guilty Indra, my enemy. O son, my feeling of enmity due to the killing of my son reigns always in my mind. I cannot go to sleep peacefully, nor do I get peace in any way. The vicious Indra killed my son. O Vitra, what more shall I say to you? I am merged in the ocean of sorrows. Save me. Vyasa said, O king, thus hearing his father's words, Vitrasura became inflamed with anger, and getting his permission, set out gladly to practice tapasya. He then went to the Gandhamadan mountain and performed his bath in the holy and auspicious river Mandakini, and preparing a sthirasan, took his seat in the kusagras to practice the tapasya. He left off gradually taking his food, then subsisted on water only, and remained engaged in yoga, and seated in sthirasan, meditated incessantly on Prajapati, the creator of this universe. Indra, on the other hand, knowing Vitrasura engaged in tapasya, became very anxious and sent to him Gandharvas, Yakshas, Panagas, Kinnaras, Vidyadharas, Apsaras, and other deva messengers, all of unbounded vigor, to create obstacles in his austerities. These Gandharvas and other deva yonis, expert in exercising magical spells, tried many ways and means of various gestures and postures to create disturbances in his penance. But that great ascetic Vitra, the son of Vishwakarma, did not swerve a bit from his meditative state. Here ends the 3rd chapter of the 6th book, on the defeat of the Deva army and on Vitra's tapasya, in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyas. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapali Durga Kashma Shivadatri Swaha Swada Namaste. Tumiyo Mata Chapita Tumiyo Bandhusha Chasaka Tumiyo Tumiyo Vidya Dharinam Tumiyo Tumiyo Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.